Hello everybody, let me just set up my other computer here. Come on in and say hello and tell me where you're coming in from. Give me a second. Alright, we're gonna have fun today. There we go, now I can see your comments. Alright. Hello, hello. How is everybody? We're gonna have fun today. We are going to be using some new to the shop Catherine Pooler Designs inks and stamps and dies today. So we're gonna have some fall fun. We're gonna try and recreate this card, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do some easy coloring. Hi Teresa, happy Sunday. Awesome. You guys looking forward to fall? I'm looking forward to the cooler nights for sure. It's been warm here in Medicine Hat, so we've had days of high 30s, mid 30s. The last 2 days have been kind of mid 20s, which is perfect. That's where I'd love it to stay, but of course can't control the weather, can we? Hi Deanna. Thanks for coming in. All right, I'm gonna give it about 30 more seconds and then we're gonna start. All right, I'm just gonna play with my computer. Hang on one second. Just wanna make sure that I can see all the comments here. Okay, I think that should work. All right. Who's ready for some inky fun? Hi, Wanda. Oh, in Manitoba. Where's Snow Lake, Wanda? Is it to the west, to the east, south, north? Give me an idea. I'm not recognizing Snow Lake as a name. Hi, Debbie. Southern Utah. Nice. Welcome. All right. So today, we just arrived in the store in BC for your hot little hands to put in your shopping carts. We have the brand new Catherine Pooler. This is Fall Calls for Lattes stamp set, and it's a massive stamp set, and it's an awesome stamp set. And not only are the stamps available, but also coordinating dies, and who can't live without their dies, eh? Wanda says, up north about 3/4 or more up the province. Okay. 700 kilometers north of Winnipeg. Wow. Okay. Gotcha. I have kind of an idea where it is now. Cool. Thanks. All right. We are going to be playing with these today. And we're also going to be playing with the new... I've already got it in my Misty. This is called the Blowing Leaves background stamp. And it is stunning. So if I can get the right angle here... So there's like swirly leaves that go up kind of in a tight curl at the top, almost like a wave. Hi, Melissa. Steamy Nova Scotia. Is it warm out there today? So we're going to be using that today too. Okay. So I wanted to go over with you guys an easy way to color. Because you know what? Sometimes, number one, you just don't feel like coloring. So let's make an easy way. And number two, maybe you don't have your coloring utensils with you. Maybe you're camping and you don't have your Copics with you or your pencilgrams or whatever. So I'm going to show you an easy way to do that. Isn't that an amazing background stamp, Wanda? It's to die for. And I love Catherine's rubber stamps for her backgrounds. Amazing. Okay. So we're going to start today by stamping our images, and I've already gone ahead and picked the ones that we're going to use today. So we're going to use this leaf here, not quite a maple leaf, some oak leaves, a little apple, that cute little pumpkin. This one has my heart, let me tell ya. And then this coffee cup with the tiny little apples on it. Oh my goodness, so adorable. Melissa says, I'm sitting in front of the library stealing Wi-Fi as mine sucks at the rental house. Oh no, 34 degrees. Yeah, that's warm. Okay, so I've picked those 5 images and I've put them in my mini Misty. And we're going to use all Catherine Pooler inks today. So we're going to be working with icing on the cake. This is a nice dark, rich brown. And I do actually use this ink with my Copics. I actually have colored it with my Copics using this particular color, and it works really well. Yes, thanks, Melissa. You're a CP lover just like me. All right, so I'm gonna go twice just because I don't think it was dark enough the first time. There we go. There's our icing on the cake. And of course I forgot to water down my sponge, so I'm just gonna have to do that afterwards here. Okay, so we're gonna set that aside, and this is where the coloring fun comes in. So this is where good old masking paper comes. So I have a big roll of it. Not everybody has a big roll. You can get sheets of this, or you can make your own paper. So take like your copy paper from your computer and use your pixie spray and do it that way. And you can make your own masking paper. So I need that cup, again, with the cute little apples. And just because it's easy peasy, I'm going to use our icing on the cake again. And this again is a masking paper. Okay, so you stamp out your image. It doesn't have to be crisp. It's not like you're putting it anywhere on a card. And then you want to take your scissors. So whatever part of the stamp you want to color with your ink pads, yes, your ink pads, you're going to cut it out. So just stab it. Basically, and you're just going to cut out anything that you want to ink, and be conscious of where you cut. Cut right into that line. Therefore, you'll get a better inked image. So cut right on that line, or even more so towards the outside of that stamped line. So I'm actually going to do both that coffee cup holder, and I'm also going to do the lid at the same time on the same mask. Okay, because what you're doing is you're isolating a particular part of the stamp so that you can ink blend through that mask to basically color your image. So yes, this does take a little bit of patience, but in the long run it makes coloring your images like 100% faster. So yeah, you can't obviously use your dies to do this, but that's okay. And if you don't like fussy cutting, then sometimes you just have to go for it. So I have actually done this for every single one of these images. I've also taken the coffee cup and done the opposite and cut out the coffee cup part. So the opposite of this one, okay? And I've cut the apple. I've got them all stuck down here off to the side. So they're all kind of layered here. The pumpkin, I did a separate one for the stem. And if I could get this to come up, there it is. There's the oak leaf underneath. Okay? Now, I've made these pieces extra large, meaning that I've put quite a bit of border around them. And that's just so that I can use my blending brushes on them. If you go too close, then you have to mask them off anyway. So if you make them nice and big and blocky, then you've kind of served yourself well. Okay, so this is where we get to have fun. So what do you guys want me to start on? Let me know which image I should start with. for color in today? You guys decide. All right. Give it a second or two, and then if not, I'll grab something. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead. All right, we're gonna start with our pumpkin because it's one of my favorites. I think it's my favorite. Coffee cup? Okay, Wanda goes coffee cup. Okay. So I'm actually gonna use the opposite to the coffee cup here. Wanda wanted the coffee cup. So we're gonna mask over all of those little teeny apples. So this is where the beauty of that mask comes in. All right, just gonna grab my blending brushes here. Okay, so we're gonna start with our new whipped honey. Okay, this is a new Apothecary color. This has come out this year, and I noticed it's not quite in the store, so I don't know if Rhea has put it in there, but I know it's coming. So all I'm doing is just applying color over top. Like you're just using your mask as a mask, which is fabulous. So you can also add a little bit deeper color to one side too, to make it look like it's shaded, right? So ta-da! How hard was that, right? And then you just peel it off. Look at that! Isn't that awesome? And all it did was take me a few seconds to stamp and cut. So this is the beauty of this method. It's quite fast. Quite fast. Okay, so let's go on with our pumpkin then. All right. I'm going to turn down my lights a little bit here because I'm thinking that it's a little bit too bright. So I'm hoping that will help. Hopefully that's a little bit better for you guys because I know it's kind of strongly lit in that one spot. Okay, so the beauty of this is just matching up those lines. Giving that mask a quick press along the outside. And we're going to bring in our apricot. This is also coming into the store. And we're going to use a nice little brush for this. Sometimes I put a little piece of paper off to the side just to dab off any extra ink. Because I don't want it to be, I don't want to leave my brush marks on it. 'Cause sometimes you can do that even with these blender brushes. And of course you use your favorites. And we're just going over with that gorgeous apricot color first. We're going to do the whole pumpkin. Okay. Beautiful. And then we're going to come in with our gorgeous ginger. And how appropriate is that for fall, right? Ginger. And this one's a nice orange color. We're just going to do kind of the bottom of our pumpkin. And just be aware that you've got a little bit of sticky mask there, so don't rough it up too much because you don't want to peel that off. So there we go. So it's nice and shaded and it looks round. So that's our gorgeous ginger coming into the shop. Okay, so we have the stem now on our little gorgeous baby. And I did a mask just for the stem. Do you guys want me to go in a little bit closer here? Oh, hang on. I'm going a little closer. Okay. That should be good. Okay. And I cut just the stem out of that image. I know, silly, right? But you know what? This is why this is such a great way to do this. Okay, next. Matcha. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous kind of light, medium toned green. It's so pretty. Perfect for fall. And that's what we're going to do our stem with. There we go. Like I told you. Did you think you could color this fast? I don't even think I can color with my Copics this fast. That's why this is so fun. Okay, our cute little apple. So again, of course, you don't have to cut out the stem, right? Because you're not coloring a stem. Just the body of that apple. That's it. Okay. We got, actually, I'm going to start with some terracotta on this. Actually, nope. You know what? Let's do rock and red first, and then we'll kind of shade it with our terracotta. So, rock and red, already in the shop. And if you ever haven't tried Catherine Pooler inks, try one. Buy one and just give it a try, because you know what? You'll never go back. I don't even buy colored cardstock anymore because of my Catherine Pooler inks. If you can, purchase the refills at the same time. Because I don't know, my Catherine Pooler inks are my go-tos. Okay, this is terracotta. So it's kind of like a deeper brick red, right? And I'm just using it kind of as my shading for the apple. And it's very, very subtle. But it just deepens that red. Okay, and then of course the beauty of a mask, right? Ta-da! And how freaking easy was that? Matcha, I know. Isn't it such a pretty green, Debbie? Okay, and then you get to have more fun with blending, because who doesn't love a pretty little oak leaf? So, again, just apply that down. And we're going to do a blend on this one too. Let's start with our whipped honey. This is a gorgeous, soft yellow. And we're going to do the whole leaf. And of course, look what I did. I peeled back my masks. That's okay. All right, there's our whipped honey. Dun, da, da, da. And then we're going to go in with our soft apricot color. Another stunning color. So the color palette today that I'm bringing in is from the Apothecary inks line. And all of these colors, the whipped honey, apricot, ginger, terracotta, and the matcha are all part of that, plus some purples. So again, the beauty of the reveal. Dun, 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 dun. How easy was that? And of course, our last little leaf here. I'm not sure what kind of tree do you think that this leaf might have come from? Because I know it's not a maple, that's for sure. Okay, we're gonna go in with our green again. Our beautiful matcha. All right. There we go. Some nice green color. Stunning. Like I said, this is, if you're gonna ink and you want to do multiples, this would be a great way to do multiple cards at once, because your masks would last long enough for you to do quite a few. And you could do them like super fast, right? I mean, we're almost done. We've got 5 images colored already. So you could line up all your cups on one sheet of paper, all your pumpkins on one sheet of paper, and it would go so fast. Okay. Let's do a quick tidy up here. Now, before we go and cut, we're going to color in the apples. And this is why, I mean, this is so fast. Let's bring you in a little closer here. So we have those cute little apples. And wherever kind of the cores are showing, I'm just doing a little light pink. So this is an R01. Rhea also has, I think, every single Copic marker in the store, or that she can order. So if you're low on your Copics, go and shop in the store, because she has, especially for refills, I have 99.9% of the markers but I do not have all my refills, so I've been working over the last couple of years working on getting my refills. Yep. Do you guys love Copics as much as I do? And I'm just doing one color. I'm no shading, no nothing. This is simple, simple, simple. You could just do one or two of the apples too, or you could make them multiple colors, like put some Granny Smith ones in there. That would be cute, or blend them to do like green and red apples, like a Macintosh. Whatever would float your boat, but there, ta-da! Coloring. Okay, so now we're going to take our coordinating dies and we're going to do some matching up here. And I don't know about you guys, but I reuse my tape pieces. So I have like a drawer front that I keep all of my little pieces of reusable tape on because I use them quite a few times until they no longer stick. Oh, there we go, our oak leaf die. Who doesn't love coordinating dies? These are also in the shop. We need our cup. And just have to finagle it so everything looks like it's even. What else? We need our little apple. How cute is that little fella? You could put a shine mark on it with a white gel pen. That would be cute too. And last but not least, we have our cutest little pumpkin. I think, like I said, my favorite part of this stamp set. Oh, and I just moved that one. We'll have to go back and adjust it. Hang on 1 second here. There we go. I'm going to put another one just to cover there, and I'm going to put it through my machine here, just off to the side. Take 1 second. Sorry. Okay. Woo. There we go. My plates are well loved. Alright, and Snap, Crackle, Pop, Rice Krispies. There we go. And we're going to put this off to the side. And look, we have our cutie patooties all colored and die cut and ready for a card. How cute is that? I will have 2 final cards once we are done here. To anybody who's here today, if you leave a comment on the live, I will pick 2 winners at the end, and I will send cards to you guys. I'll send one of you the cards I made today. So keep commenting. I'd love to hear what's going on down in your neck of the woods. Okay, now I am going to take this piece of paper and just put it in there nicely. So the next thing we're going to do, let's go out a little bit here. Hang on 1 second, I gotta stand up. There we go, that's a little better. Okay. So I'm gonna ink this. Actually, you know what? I gotta go and get this watered. I'll be right back. 1 second. Sorry about that. Stamp chamois do not work if they are not wet. and I kind of need it. I know the new colors. I'm sure Rhea will bring the 5 new browns in. Dina, the buttercream is gorgeous, isn't it? Yes. Okay. So this is what I always do with my background stamps because I can't see through them and I don't know where they're going to hit on this paper. I do a test. So I know where to stick what I'm going to stamp down where it needs to go. So now I've marked it. I know where to put my background paper on. So let me just wipe that down. Sorry for the squeaks because rubber squeaks. And we're going to put a little bit of tape down just to hold. If I can get my sticky tape to hold too, that would be good. All right. So now just need to stick this down because we are going to trim it to leave a mat on our card, but we need it to stay. Okay. So now I'll just bring in my card. And so we're going to do this background here. So we're going to take 4 colors. We're going to take Whip Honey, Apricot, Ginger, and Terracotta and build that wave of leaves. Okay? And this is how I start. And this is where the beauty of blending brushes come into. Okay, our Whipped Honey. So I'm going to go all across the bottom of that stamp. Okay? Now, go back to your blending brush, okay, and pounce on that edge where it's still wet and it's dry. So what it does is your blending brush sucks up a little bit of that ink, so it makes it almost like a gradient. So see, when we stamp, see how it goes lighter and the ink goes thinner? That's kind of what we want, and it helps blend everything up and into your next color. So I'm going to stamp this again. Thank goodness for the Misty. Again, this is the whipped honey color. I'm just softening that inky edge again. And this doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, there we go. Press that color in, and there we go. We have a gorgeous gradient. Okay, I am going to clean it off. I mean, we're going darker, so it wouldn't matter, but I don't want to transfer ink onto my pad. So next we're working with the apricot. So you're going to kind of go up above where you inked before, and you can use just the end of your ink pad to kind of select where you're going to ink. Okay. So again, that was apricot. You are going to go to that blender brush and you're going to pounce that wet edge and do it down below too. Okay. And again, that softens that application of ink and it makes that gradient of ink just soften into one another. So again, I am going to do another application of the apricot. So just using that oval end of the ink pad, just softly touching, going back with my blender brush to smooth out that inky line, and giving it a good push. Oh no, you still have to make a wedding card. Wanted to go with your wedding cake? Oh, oops. Oh well. Hopefully the card won't take as long as the cake. Alright, just wiping off our stamp. We're going to go up in color. We're going to go ginger. Alright, so just wiping off goobers here. Oh, and I just moved my paper. Oh, this could not be good. I might have to start again, guys. We'll see. Crush finger. This is why I hate when this does not stick down. Okay, we're going for it. ginger. So you're going to apply your ginger in the same fashion. Just go right across. And you're going to soften that edge again. There we go. Oh, please cross your fingers that this is going to work. If not, we have to start again. Oh, it did not match up. It's not bad. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it. I mean, it's kind of, I'll bring it up to the camera a little bit, but it's not matched up. But it's not bad. What do you say? Shall we leave it and continue on? See how it's kind of ghosted right there? So shall we continue on or shall we start again? Because I can do either. We're doing good on time, so. It still looks good, doesn't it, Debbie? And you know what? Most people who don't make cards aren't even going to notice. Leave it? Okay, I'm leaving it. Okay, but we are going in to darken our ginger, so. Actually, you know, no, I'm going to leave it the way it is, and we're going to do our terracotta. All right. Okay, I'm going to leave the ginger on where it is, and we're just going to go for it. Terracotta. Okay. So I'm just going to apply it across the top. We're just winging it today, guys. Isn't this always how card making goes? You plan and you plan and you plan and you plan. Yes, Deanna, you could definitely change where your focal points go so they kind of cover the mistake. Yep, absolutely. You're thinking exactly what I'm thinking. Okay, so this time I want to add just a little bit more terracotta in through here. I have something on my stamp. Please stay in the same spot. This time I'm just going to add it with my brush. Instead of taking my ink pad to it. This will make it a little bit more subtle too. You're right, Debbie. The mistakes just give a character. So true. Okay, that's not so bad. All right. Okay. It works for me right now. We're good. Okay. I don't know, has that ever happened to you guys where your back sheets move on you? Like, oh, Jesus. Okay, so I'll clean that off later. We'll set that aside. Now, I am going to trim this down. It's just a creative flow. There you go, Wanda. You got it. So, I'm hoping I'm just going to trim this down because I like having white borders on my card, or borders, period, on my cards. So I'm going to take I must have red ink on my finger. Oh, it's the worst. We're going to take it down like an 1/8 of an inch on all sides, just so that the stamp looks like it's even. Okay. It's not even, but that's okay. All right. Now, we have to stamp our sentiment on this before we go any farther. So, let's remove. Oh, this is such a pain. Let's remove our background stamp. Let's get rid of this because this is just going to take me off. All right. I need to put in my foam piece now that I've taken out that background stamp. And this time we can use our... Oh, and I just got stuff all over it. Oh, darn it. Okay. I'm going to try. So I have that's right, it's handmade, not Hallmark. Thank you, Melissa. This is a mono sand eraser. So it's like a gritty eraser. And if your ink is light and hasn't gone too deep in the paper, sometimes you can get it to disappear. It's not bad. I can see it, but most people probably wouldn't see it at all. Okay. I love this thing. Best like $4 I spent ever. Okay. We are going to put a sentiment on this. And we're going to put it up kind of in the cusp of that wave of leaves. And I always try and stay in the same color palette that I've used for my elements. So our leaves and our pumpkin. So I used the icing on the cake to do that. So we're going to use it again. That's what sequins are for. That's right, Deanna. Uh-huh. Sometimes you gotta have big sequins though. All right, we're gonna do this a few times because I want it really nice and dark and rich. And I want it to match the outline of our already stamped and colored images too. So I don't want to go to a black because our elements are in brown. Okay. There we go. Now, okay, so bring in our white card base. This is A2 sized card base. And I love my A2G. It's my favorite tape runner. Okay. And I like adhesive. I'm an adhesive. Okay. And like I said, I like a border. I don't know, I always like that. It's like a frame. So a lot of my cards have some kind of border. And even if it's a white on white, I still like a border. I don't know, that's just the way it is. Okay. Now, and I love foam tape. You guys are as addicted to it as I am. Okay. So let's put on all of our elements. And we're gonna, this is the part that I see that part that I don't like. So we're gonna put the coffee cup over it as much as we can. All right, let's just get a feel for where we're putting things. So do you guys do this too and then take a photo? It does make it look big, I know. Sorry. All right. How does that look? Do we have all of our elements in there? Okay. So I'm going to do this. Okay. So I'm going to put foam tape on both pieces. But if I put them side by side, then I just trap that stem in there and it makes it easier to apply the foam tape. And then I have this weird little cut piece we're going to use up. Have you guys been doing a lot of creating over the summer? I find that I've been doing more this summer than any other summer. And I love my foam tape, so don't mind me as I apply 57 pieces to a square inch. Alright. Come on, little fella. And then, of course, you have to get the nails to work. Okay. So I'm gonna lightly kind of pick up that pumpkin. There we go. And then I'm gonna put wet adhesive on him, because he's gonna be... Oh. Oops, and I just bloobered on my card. Alright, I think we're putting our pumpkin over it. It's all good. Melissa says, no craft room. Yes, I know you're still waiting for your house to be built. Is that correct, Melissa? Okay, so we have two more little fellas. And I'm just kind of thinking here. Okay, yeah. An apple. Okay, so I'm just going to capture just like I did with the other one. It's been too hot outside, so you've lived in your craft room. I feel for you. Trying to find a job down south, so we have been house purging and oh yeah, well that takes a lot of time then, doesn't it, Wanda? Looking for houses, yeah. Oh boy, that's a job in itself, isn't it? Yeah, creative time kind of takes a side note when that's on the go. I feel for you. Hopefully you can get it all under control and figured out, and you'll do some more crafting in the fall. November move in. Oh, that sounds good, Melissa. That'll be nice, eh? I'm sure you're super excited about counting down those days, because that would be what I would be doing. Okay. So hopefully I didn't stick. I may have to delete some of this. That's okay. Thank God this isn't totally stuck down. Oop. Okay. Little bloob of white glue on the leaf, and then we're going to hopefully get it on the card and not stuck to my nails. Ta-ta-ta-ta! There we go. Okay. We're rocking today, everybody. So, the last little thing is to find your favorite sequins. Oh, you know what? I haven't been to a crop in, well, since before COVID. And that was, I just stopped in to say hello to the girls, and I haven't been to a crop since. I used to go to a crop once a month in my old town, but yeah, I haven't done it in such a long time. I kind of miss it. Okay, so we're just gonna add some kind of cool iridescent orange sequins. And of course you can go looking through your stash and locate something that will go with your color palette. So, and I'm just gonna pick random spots here. So what I try to remember when doing sequins is odd numbers and triangles. That's what you kind of gotta remember. So, of course my nails are not cooperating with me today, so tweezers to the rescue. Let's find a spot down here for a lovely shiny thing, and we'll put a few down, nestle them down in here. If they cooperate, right? Are you guys a big sequins fans? I don't use them very often, but I love them because they give you that gorgeous shine. And then what I'll do, a couple up here too to finish off that trio. There we go. And there's a baby one that I was kind of looking for. Okay. All right. A raven. Oh, because of the sparkle. Yeah. They're shiny lovers, aren't they? All right, everybody. That was fun. And we did it in a short time. It actually took me longer to prep it than actually make it. So it just goes to show you that way of coloring is super fast, super easy. Even with my prep, it didn't take a huge amount of time. So if you're interested in checking out some of the new Catherine Pooler stuff in the shop, I know there's more to come. Not all of it has been put in the shop, but I know the fall calls for Lattes stamp set and die set is there. our gorgeous background, Blowing Leaves background stamp is in there. And the majority of the new Apothecary inks, including these 5. And to finish off the Apothecary inks, we have Wintergreen, which of course is a mintier green, nice soft light green. We have Lilac and gorgeous Crushed Violet also. That's the whole Apothecary color scheme right there. It's so gorgeous. I mean, even the purples for fall would be awesome. So yeah, oops, I'm gonna have to glue that back on, but there we go. So I have 2 beautiful cards to give away, and what I'll do is I'll just look through the comments after we're done here. If you guys want to stick around just for 2 more minutes after I'm done, and I will post 2 lovely commenters' names, and you just PM me with your full name and mailing address, and I'll send these lovelies right to your doorstep. Awesome. Thank you so much for coming and joining in with me today. I hope I taught you something, or at least I hope you had some fun. And we'll see you again in actually 2 weeks. Jess will be back with you on Wednesday. So we'll see you again soon. Thanks, guys. Again, stick around for 2 more minutes and I'll pick 2 commenters' names. Awesome. Bye.